Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is my review for episode 3 of Interview with the Vampire. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy my non-spoiler series review, overview of the season. This is kind of me taking an intermission, so to speak, to kind of go through because I know the episodes are coming out weekly. But episode 3, there's a lot of tension going on between Louis and this illustrious vampire that is indoctrinated him to this situation. Because like before, it was like, okay, their compassion and love for each other is birthed out of all this death and forced, I don't know, I don't know how to really describe it. Like, he was kind of pushed into this, Louis. But, it's shown that, he's definitely attracted to men. And he's attracted to this man because of multiple different reasons. But now it's like he doesn't want to kill him. He doesn't want to compromise who he is. He wants to also keep close to family. And he wants to keep and maintain his symbolism of who he was. Like, whatever parts of his humanity he wants to keep. That's the reason why he's killing, animals and trying to kill the wrong kind of people. And of course that takes stock in a really bad place because he was like, yeah, you're denying what you actually are. So cool, I'll play this ruse. I'll see when you break, basically. And that's the way that I kind of internalize it, because he starts to go in court with like this woman, and it's almost like a jealousy kind of thing. But at the same time, it was kind of like he's appeasing Louis. And Louis was able to go and rekindle something back with his old flame, and he wanted to communicate with his family. His mother still hates him and blames him for the death of the brother, and of course, because he is not well put together, because he's not drinking a sufficient amount of blood, this is not going well. So what's happening is every step of the way, Louis is just failing. Like, he's becoming self-destructive without knowing it. He's unintentionally sabotaging everything. And Lestat's just sitting there watching it transpire. And he's like, this gives him more weight and power over Louis, because he's like, yeah, you're denying who you are. And that's why you need me to be able to help reconcile everything and help control how you deal with your life around everything. And also the funny thing is, like, while the interviews keeps going on, there's a moment where the interviewer is talking to Louis and it's like, it's not like you got Stockholm syndrome. Like, initially when you were talking about it, it was like very different than how you're talking about it now. It sounds like you're the victim here and it's okay. And like Louis gets really testy about that. Also, the other thing that I find so fascinating about the show is that you always keep getting nudges about the capability of their powers. Like, there's one moment Lestat goes and controls like 5 to 4 different people individually just to do what he wants them to do. It takes a lot out of him, but he can do it. There's a moment where Louis like literally goes and spontaneously combusts something and it catches fire. Like, I don't know the limits of their powers. It's just very fascinating. Normally, like, you get all the things that they can do, but now it's kind of like, how much of this is Lestat controlling Louis, like mentally, or other people around him to control the conditions of it? What would be very fascinating if we find out that Louis' brother was killed because of Lestat. That would break them. That would break them. Like, it's weird, because even in this episode, like, it's evident like there's a real love there, but it's out of this misplaced toxicity. And it's not just because they're vampires, it's out of this darkness and trauma that they're both harboring. Lestat more than Louis, because Louis, he's got most of his emotions on the sleeve, but Lestat keeps everything bottled up until it actually becomes self-destructive. But another good episode. I'll let you guys know what I think about episode 4, because now we've got a certain person that Kirsten Dunst used to play in the original, and I'm curious to see how this other actress plays this role, because it'll be very fascinating.